There's a storm coming in the NFC South, and the Atlanta Falcons are right at the center of it. A major shift could be about to happen, one that could knock a division rival off balance for years and push the Falcons back into the spotlight. After a 2024 season that showed some promise, but also plenty of frustration, Atlanta might be on the edge of something big. And now, a powerful rumor is heating up, one that could completely change how we look at this team. The buzz? The Falcons could be eyeing a blockbuster trade to land Cleveland Browns tight end David Njoku. Yes, David Njoku, a player who's been explosive, dangerous, and one of the most athletic tight ends in the league when he's on his game. If this trade goes down, it could completely reshape the Falcons' offense and give this team the boost it's been missing. But before we break down why this move could make so much sense, we need to understand the full picture. This rumor isn't just random. It fits into a much bigger story, a story about where the Falcons are right now and what's been holding them back from greatness. Let's start with the current tight end situation in Atlanta. Everyone remembers when the Falcons took Kyle Pitts with the 4th overall pick, the highest a tight end has ever been drafted in NFL history. Expectations were sky high. Fans were calling him the next superstar. And honestly, based on his college tape, it looked like he was going to dominate the league. But fast forward to now, and it's complicated. Pitts has shown moments of greatness, no doubt. He's big, he's fast, and when he's used right, he can destroy defenses. But that's the thing. He's not being used right, and his production hasn't matched the hype. Since his rookie year, Pitts has struggled to hit big numbers. No 1,000-yard seasons. No crazy touchdown totals. Not even 60 catches in a season. For a player with his talent, that's a huge letdown. And while injuries did play a part in 2022, the last 2 years, he played all 17 games each season and still didn't explode like we hoped. So now, the Falcons are facing a tough truth. They can't afford to waste time. They need another weapon. Someone to bring balance, create mismatches, and force defenses to pick their poison. And maybe, just maybe, David Njoku is that guy. Falcons fans, be real with me. Is Kyle Pitts still the future? Or is it time to bring in someone like Njoku and finally go all in? Drop your thoughts in the comments and rate your confidence in this team right now on a scale from 1 to 10. Let's get loud. The road to the playoffs might depend on it. Let's be honest, Falcons fans. Atlanta has invested a lot into Kyle Pitts. A top 5 draft pick. A big contract. Years of high hopes. But so far, it just hasn't worked out the way we all dreamed. The talent is there. No one questions that. But the production, the consistency, the leadership, that's where things have fallen short. And now, with a young, promising quarterback like Michael Penix Jr. taking over, this is the moment. This is the time to build the perfect offense around him. Every weapon matters. Every piece counts. So here's the question Atlanta has to ask. Is Kyle Pitts still the future centerpiece? Or is it finally time to go in a new direction? And that's where things get really interesting. Because a name has entered the rumor mill, and it's turning heads across the league. David Njoku. This guy isn't just a random trade target. He's a true athletic freak. Big, fast, tough. And he's been one of the most important pieces of Cleveland's offense for years now. But here's the twist. The Browns are in a mess. Their roster is all over the place. They're not serious contenders right now. And just this year, they used a 3rd-round pick on a new tight end, Harold Fannin Jr. Scouts say Fannin could be the next big thing, a 20-year-old monster in the making. If that's true, Cleveland might be ready to move on from Njoku while they can still get value in return. Remember, Njoku becomes a free agent in 2026. If the Browns wait too long, they risk losing him for nothing. So the smart move? Trade him now while his stock is high. And from Atlanta's side, this move makes so much sense. Just think about it. You already have a rising QB in Penix Jr. You've got explosive weapons in Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and Darnell Mooney. But you're still missing that one guy, the matchup nightmare, the reliable third down machine, the red zone assassin. That could be David Njoku. He can do it all: stretch the field, block in the run game, beat linebackers in space. He's physical, explosive, and he plays with a chip on his shoulder. He's the missing piece that could unlock the Falcons' offense and take it from good to unstoppable. Now, some fans might still say, why give up on Pitts? He still has sky-high potential. And that's fair. But potential only goes so far. Because while Pitt's ceiling is incredible, his floor has been way too low. And this team? They're done waiting. They need results now. So what do you think, Falcons Nation? Should the team go all in on Njoku and give Penix Jr. another weapon? Or do you still believe Pitts can bounce back and become the star we were promised? Drop your take in the comments. And let's hear it. Would you trade for Njoku or stay loyal to Pitts? This could be the move that decides the Falcons' future. Here's the truth, Falcons fans. David Njoku isn't just a good fit. He could be the piece that unlocks the entire offense. Let's break it down. This guy brings consistency, power, and production, three things Atlanta has been starving for at the tight end position. He's not just athletic, he's reliable. He's not just flashy, he blocks hard, plays physical, and knows how to win in the red zone. That's the kind of tight end who changes games. And more importantly, Njoku fits perfectly into Atlanta's offensive system. The Falcons love versatility. They want tight ends who can move around, create mismatches, and handle every part of the game: run, pass, block, catch. Njoku checks every box. But now comes the big question. What would it take to actually make this trade happen? Let's talk trade specifics. Cleveland's situation is changing fast. They've just drafted Harold Fannin Jr., a 20-year-old phenom who already looks like a future star. The Browns know what they're doing. They're rebuilding and thinking long-term. So it makes perfect sense that they'd want to sell high on Njoku before his value drops or he walks in free agency. Njoku hits the open market in 2026. That window is closing fast. So if you're Cleveland, you move him now and get something in return while you still can. From Atlanta's side, this wouldn't cost a fortune. Maybe it's a couple of mid-round picks, or a conditional future pick tied to performance. Maybe it's a player swap involving someone from the depth chart. Whatever it is, it's manageable. And the payoff could be massive, because this trade would send a message loud and clear. Atlanta isn't here to rebuild. They're not waiting around for maybe next year. They're ready to compete right now. They've got the quarterback. They've got the skill players. They've got a defense that's growing stronger every week. This move would be a declaration. We're coming for the NFC South, and we're not backing down. Look around the division. Tampa Bay? Dealing with roster questions. New Orleans? In a weird rebuild retool phase. Carolina? Still searching for an identity. But Atlanta? Atlanta has the young core, the momentum, and the opportunity to take over the South and never look back. And Njoku could be the final spark that lights that fire. He makes the offense more unpredictable. He gives Penix Jr. a safety blanket on third downs. He opens up the red zone and forces defenses to spread thin. This is how good teams become great. And if this trade happens, we're no longer just talking about making the playoffs. We're talking about winning the division. We're talking about making a playoff run. We're talking about becoming a legit Super Bowl threat. Now step back and look at the big picture. This is the NFL. It's a league that never sleeps. It's a game of constant change, strategy, and seizing the moment. The Falcons have already shown they're willing to take risks. Whether it was their aggressive draft moves, their quarterback investment, or the way they've reshaped the roster, this front office wants to win. And this trade? It fits the plan perfectly. It's bold. It's smart. It's exactly what a rising team does to take that next step. For the Browns, sure, it's tough to lose Njoku, but with Fannin stepping up and the chance to collect valuable draft picks, it could be the smartest way to speed up their rebuild. Both sides win. But for Atlanta, this could be the move that changes everything. All right, Falcons fans, your turn. Would you pull the trigger on this trade? Is David Njoku the right guy to elevate this offense? Or would you stick with Pitts and ride it out? Drop your answer in the comments. Tell us, is this the moment the Falcons go from hopeful to unstoppable? Let your voice be heard. This is your team, your time, your story. This possible trade gets me fired up, Falcons fans. It shows our team isn't kidding around. They're ready to go all in and chase a Super Bowl. Look at the NFC South right now. Tampa Bay is stumbling after tough seasons. New Orleans can't find its footing. Carolina is still rebuilding from the ground up. That leaves a huge opening, and the Falcons have a real chance to seize control. Add someone like David Njoku, and suddenly our offense goes from exciting to unstoppable. Remember, trades aren't just player swaps, they're bold statements. They tell the world, we want to win now. Landing Njoku would send a message that Atlanta is serious about contending immediately, not down the road. Imagine the season ahead. A warrior tight end who blocks like a lineman and runs like a receiver. A young, hungry quarterback thriving with more weapons. A fan base ready to roar behind a team that shows true ambition. This isn't wishful thinking, it's the plan, and if it happens, it could be the moment the Falcons shift from playoff hopefuls to legitimate title contenders. Falcons Nation, I want to know what you think. Is David Njoku the game changer we need? Or should we stay the course with Kyle Pitts and trust his upside? Drop your answer in the comments below and rate your confidence in this move on a scale of 1 to 10. Let's rally together. The future of our team depends on this moment.